Sir.
Do we stay right here at our desk? Okay. I don't know if it's an honor to be first. I don't know. My name is Corbin Van Arsdale, and I'm a fifth-generation Texan. And I became a believer at the age of 7, and I was called to public service at the age of 8, which is pretty young. When I grew up, I moved around a lot growing up, even though my family, my great-grandparents, my great-grandparents are all from Texas. I moved around a lot because my parents moved around. I got to see a lot of places in the United States and the world, and just came to appreciate how special a place Texas is, but also how special a place the United States is, especially the founding fathers. I spent a lot of time reading about them and studying them and the things that they did to make this place the way it is. So I thank everybody for coming out. I think for the chance to have this debate and this the idea to get the ideas out there. But I first ran for the legislature in 2000. I lost, actually. I lost that race and to a guy named Bill Caligari. And then they did redistricting and created a new district out here, and I ran and I won. And that was when Republicans, for the first time, had a majority in this Texas House in basically since the Civil War. And we immediately accomplished several things that had been sort of stacked up for years by the Democrats. And then ever since that time, there's been a drift in leadership, I guess is how I would best describe it. We've been trying to push conservative issues, but we've had the guys at the top have been fighting amongst themselves and just not really leading on conservative issues. But I can tell you that in my 3 terms and my 11 sessions that we've had, that we were supposed to have 3 sessions, but we've had 11. I've accumulated one of the 20 most conservative voting records in the entire state of Texas. And there's been a lot of things said about, on the radio they used to call me, talked about how conservative the legislator I was, how great the legislator I was, and then about the time of February 2006, also the radio started talking about how liberal and lazy the legislator I was. And there's a reason for the timing of that. It's 1 month before the 2006 primary. But the main issues I want us to work on, the legislature has failed on thus far, are the various issues dealing with illegal immigration, are the various issues dealing with appraisal reform, and also the state spending. I passed a bill to put a lot of all the state spending online. It just happened in October. The comptroller is starting to put all the spending, agency spending online, so you can get online and search the database and find out where the expenditures are going. We also need to stop the Trans-Texas Corridor. There's been a lot of talk about the Trans-Texas Corridor. Every member of the House voted for the transportation bill that included that. And since 2004, I, Cole, Corse, and Hager have been fighting that tooth and nail along with Representative Riddle. Now, I'm about to get the red card, so I'm done.
Well, I feel like I really need to introduce myself to this crowd. This is home. My name is Alan Fletcher, and I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. It means a lot to me to see the faces here, folks that I've interacted with over the last 18 years in this community. I want to thank my wife, who's here in the back, and my daughter. Thank y'all for being here tonight. I also want to thank the Greater Tomball Area Chamber of Commerce for giving us this forum. I think all of you know that based on my past 9 years involvement in the Tomball Chamber of Commerce, that I really believe, and last year as the chairman of the board, I talked to everyone about the fact that I thought the secret for us to be successful as a chamber was for us to network and do business together. And I think we had success in that this last year. And I just want to say that my decision at this stage of my life, I'm 52 years old, I've retired from the Houston Police Department. I've been very blessed, successful with RPM. I thought this business thing was going to be easy when I first started. I got a contract with Enron. I had 380 employees on a Friday afternoon, and Monday morning I had 30. But I will say this, the good Lord works in strange ways as He takes care of it, because that 30 was the reason why a judge in New York City bankruptcy court decided that I was a necessary vendor and I got paid. And that's why I'm still in business. And over the last 9 years, the 400 odd families that I've fed and the 50 that I'm feeding now by having them as employees have never missed a paycheck. Now, we've missed a couple, but that's part of being a business owner. And that takes me to the point that the reason that I'm in this race is that when I have a chance to speak with my executive board, my board of directors, and all the different members of our chamber, the over 800 businesses, this business margins tax that they passed this last legislative session, it truly can damage small business. And I think it's a bad law. And after doing a little research on it and talking to some folks about why it happened and how it happened, I realized that we need someone to represent us in District 130 that didn't have an allegiance to the Austin establishment. Someone that understood that the people of District 130 are what we're all about and why we're supposed to be in Austin. And I want to have a chance, as your state rep, to go to Austin and vote the district, to vote for what is important to people. Ladies and gentlemen, I have no agenda about going to Austin. I'm not going to be wrapped up in what kind of committees I can get appointed to and what kind of, endorsements that I'm going to give. Basically, I'm honored to say that a large majority, I think it's 25 as of today, of the 31 precinct chairs of District 130 have endorsed me. I have a phenomenal amount of support here in this community. The past mayor, the current mayor, the superintendent of schools, the police chief, fire chief, numerous folks throughout this community that are important in the day-to-day lives of all of our business have endorsed me. And they think that we need someone to go to Austin to represent Tomball, Fair, Klein, Waller, District 130. And I'd like to ask you for your vote. Early voting starts February 19th and the primary is March the 4th. Thank you.